All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a new week and a new moment. Of course, we are back and live with the Reality Kenya show. We are live as usual from the Learned Corner, and our usual guest is the Deputy Party Leader of Safina Party, Honorable Wakili Willis Otieno. Piki Ponki.
Pakamelo Disco.
How are you?
I'm okay. New week.
It's a new week.
New week.
A lot of things.
A lot is happening. We've witnessed William Ruto decided that he's going to spend 500 million Kenya shillings to host the so-called African Grammys.
Yes.
And they have already paid.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he thinks that's a very great thing.
Yeah.
That you are spending 500 million Kenya shillings to host the so-called African Grammys.
Yes.
I mean, when our people are dying in hospitals, when our young people are not getting education, when you have teachers who have not been employed, UHC teachers, UHC workers are working for 6 years on half salary, without gratuity, without pensions.
Yes.
When you have many Kenyans are struggling to access healthcare services, and then you tell us you're going to spend 500 million Kenya shillings on African Grammy. Is that our priority as a country today? Even if you want to promote artistic development. But in terms of priority, will you spend 500 million Kenya shillings today on African Grammy as opposed to spend that 500 million Kenya shillings to Nyandarua Level 5 hospital to boost the facilities in that hospital to help the people of Nyandarua? Or go to Tana River? Or go to Marsabit? So in terms of priority, this administration, they've lost it. And we must keep harping this point that Kenya Kwanza, William Ruto, and the old political establishment as we've known it, they don't represent the people of Kenya. Those people represent their own interests. And Kenyans need to understand that the money that they are splashing all over, that money is not their money. That money is money that is collected from poor Kenyans. When you go to buy bread, you are contributing, that is the money. When you go to buy fuel, when you pay fare on a bus, on a motorbike, that is the money that they are collecting and putting together. You are donating it as a sovereign to help improve your life. But see how they are spending it. 500 million Kenya shillings on a Grammy, African Grammy. And he's proud to say it. You will actually expect him to cover his head in shame before he declares that I've spent 500 million Kenya shillings. But to him, he carries a microphone. That he has already paid 500 million Kenya shillings to the African Grammy. As if now we should say accolades. Like we clap. It's an achievement. We should be happy about it. When our people are suffering, we must condemn this kind of acts. And I urge Kenyans to go to the wall and all the pages of the Grammys and tell them we are waiting for them. We are waiting for them here in Kenya. They can go and do that Grammy elsewhere. But they are not going to perpetuate our slavery. Kenyans should go to the walls of the Grammy and tell them, you are not going to bring that nonsense into this country. We have better things that we need to focus on. We have our pressing issues as Kenyans, which we expect our money to be applied towards, not on showbiz that does not make sense. He's not even celebrating Kenyan music. If he was doing something for the Kenyan artists, then maybe we could say we are celebrating it. But these Grammys, in light of our challenges as a people, they make sense to us. Priority. Prioritize and say, fine, we wish to one day host the African Grammys, but it can't be this year. It can be another year, maybe in 5 years' time. Once you sort out the problems that we are facing, you cannot send us into this. You saw when they went to Chepsaita to do a marathon. 15 helicopters. And none of those people that you are seeing at Chepsaita with the 15 helicopters, none of them as a known business. Their only claim to fame is they hold public office. And the public office they are holding, we know what their salaries are. We know how much they are supposed to earn. I'll tell you the cost of flying a helicopter to Eldoret. At a minimum is 1 million.
For a whole day.
That is the minimum. To fly a chopper to Eldoret, a minimum is 1 million. Depending on the location of where it was, it can even be higher. We saw 15. Then at the end of that jamboree, they pay the athletes who struggle and toil 30,000, 15,000 prize money. I mean, what nonsense is this that we are witnessing? And it is important that the Kenyan people understand what cancer they are dealing with. And if you notice there's a cancer, your duty as a citizen is to remove the tumor.
Yeah.
This political establishment that we have, the old political establishment that has been our slave masters over these years, is a cancer to the nation. And we have a duty to remove it in whichever shape or form.
Yeah.
You saw him going to meet Uhuru Kenyatta at Ichaweri.
Yes.
Now they are buddy-buddy. They are shaking hands.
Yeah.
They are happy.
They are laughing.
They are laughing.
Yes.
That is a waste of time. You can meet him all he wants. They can even form a broader-based government. But it doesn't mean that the problems that the Kenyan people have been talking about are going to be addressed.
Yeah.
Because I've always said on this platform, our problems started in the year 2013.
Yes.
That is when the rains started beating us. When Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto started taking odious debt, illegal debts in the names of the people of Kenya. That is what has messed up our economy. And I pray that they proceed and constitute a government together. So that we don't have people confusing us that they belong this side. No, let them all be in one box.
But which side, one side is better than the other?
No, they should all be in one box. Then we invite Kenyans when the time comes.
Yes.
Make your choice. If you like this poison offered by Kenya Kwanza and now the whole political establishment, take it. But if you want to see a renewed country, that it is going to be about the people's agenda, the people's interest, then there will be alternatives offered on the ballot as being part of it. I've also seen other people have expressed interest. And we need to interrogate everybody based on what is their belief.
Yes.
As Safina Party, our belief is it is time for the people's agenda. It's time for economic liberation. And in terms of liberating our people economically, of course there are people who are not going to be comfortable with it.
Yes.
The ones who are controlling the instruments of production, the ones who are controlling the policies of government on economy, the ones who are benefiting from these feeding troughs, that they see no shame in collecting 2 shillings from a child going to buy sweets and spend that money on African Granny. They see no shame in collecting 5 shillings from a boda rider who is a graduate, unemployed, has resorted to riding a motorbike just to earn 500, 200 shillings per day. They see no shame in taking 10 shillings off that boda guy and go and spend it at Chepsaita. That is what we have. And we will say, in breaking this yoke of oppression, this yoke of slavery, we will be about empowering the people of Kenya. Come up with a policy, economic policies that is about the people's agenda and empowers the people. And I've told you, the easiest way to start this conversation is very simple. Stop borrowing from the domestic market. These illegal debts that are being taken in our names, that we cannot see any project that they are funding. Stop it. These banks have money in their hands. These banks have depositors, they have shareholders who need to make profits. These banks will come to beg Kenyans to borrow. Interest rates will fall. And with access to capital, what can Kenyans do? Everybody here will become a little king. Because you have an idea, you have an innovation, you can now access capital at a lower interest rate. You will go and invest and build, commercially, build your innovation, build your idea. You will become a little king. Government will just be asking you, what is the barrier? What is stopping you? What is stopping you is this. We remove it so that you can achieve your ultimate potential. That is the supply side economics that Safina Party, led by Jimmy Wanjigi and myself, believe in. How to empower our people to be the drivers of economic growth and development, not government. Government's role will be reduced to be a facilitator, not at the main driver. At now government is there competing to build houses for people. Where? They've built how many houses? Even if you give them, you are being extremely
they call them
generous. The so-called affordable housing, extremely generous, give them 10,000. What is 10,000 houses in a country with a population of 50 million? And then you claim they're affordable. Look at the cost of those so-called affordable housing vis-a-vis what the private sector is offering. The private sector housing units are still cheaper than the government affordable housing. And yet the government They are building using public funds. They collect the money from you.
Yeah.
They are using public land. They are building it. They have not bought the land. It's our land.
Yes.
And then the cost is still more expensive. Private sector, building better quality houses, they buy their own land, they use their own money, and the units are cheaper comparatively. So we must call bullshit when bullshit is being served. And Kenya Kwanza and the old political establishment are serving us bullshit. And we must reject it, including the so-called experts that have joined the government.
The ODM experts.
The ODM experts who have joined the broad-based government. We must call them out.
Yes.
And I urge Kenyans, don't fear these people. They are not demigods. If they are serving us bullshit, we tell them it is bullshit. Joe spent all his entire life singing Katerina on TikTok and Instagram. Now all of a sudden he has the temerity to stand on a podium and start shouting at Kenyans. Atukileta noma, tutaleta noma. Analetea nani noma? No, we should call them out. You are not there as a demigod. You are not our Lord. You are a servant. You are working for the people of Kenya. Where does he get the temerity to talk to Kenyans like that? Who is he? If you want to talk like that, go and work in your own house. Okay? But when you're in a public office where even your toilet paper is bought using public funds, everything about you is people's money, and then you talk down on those people, what is that? These people lack even values of leadership. They don't even have the demeanor of a leader. Because the first thing a leader needs to do is to understand that what I am doing, I'm here, courtesy of the people. I'm a trustee. I occupy this position on behalf and for the benefit of the people. They are my bosses. You can't talk down on them like that. Even if you don't like what they're saying, you must keep quiet and listen. Because it is a trust. It is their money that you're touching. It is their office. For the last almost 20 years, look at Joe. For the last 20 years, that man has never bought food in his own house. Kenyans have been feeding him since 2007. He's been in public office, earning a salary from the people of Kenya. For 20 years. They pay for his travel. Then he pays them by shouting at them. No. You cannot allow this is not the life that Kenyans deserve. And Kenyans need to call these people out. Don't fear them. Even if they come and pay some young people money to beat you or what, it's okay. The same Kenyans will pay them back tenfold. Okay? I know in Mombasa, when people criticize them, they engage in some funny acts of molestation. I hope you will not do that to other Kenyans. But we must be able to say we need a responsible administration that is about the people's agenda. If you want to be arrogant, if you want to talk down on people, leave public space, go to your private space. Because in private space, no one will bother with you. You can go to your land and talk the way you want. No one cares. But in public space, you are serving as a trustee. Respect the people on whose behalf you're serving.
And what actually changes? Because if you look at the ODM experts who are now working with the government, just a few months ago, they were actually opposing the same things that they are supporting. We even saw the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives saying that he used to tell people not to repay the this loan from the
Hustler loan.
The Hustler Fund, because he was still the other sides. Right now he's this side and he's pleading with Kenyans to pay. We also see Mbadi now saying the same things that he was criticizing while in Parliament.
You see, what my message to Oparanya is that as we are still on that other side, so now that he has moved to Ruto's Zakaios, Kasongo side, let him pay. But we'll stick to the message. The Kenyan people rejected Hustler Fund in principle. What was that? As they are stealing our trillions in odious debt, even those Kenyans who've taken Hustler Fund are well in order to claim back their money. And if they are not able to pay, because you've messed up the economy, why do you blame the Kenyan? If anything, it was their money. That money belongs to the people of Kenya.
So
they borrowed it to go and do something, some business. That business they've opened, they've tried it, they are not getting customers. Why? Because you've messed up the economy. They've invested the money in a business. So where do you expect them to get the money to pay? If you've borrowed Hustler Fund, And your business that you're trying to do, David Lee told them to go and open chapati businesses.
Yes.
Nobody's buying chapati. You cooked 200 chapatis and nobody has bought them that day. Where will you get money to pay? So you are willing not to pay.
Yes.
The business has collapsed. So when you are telling people to pay back Hustler Fund,
yes,
you should ask them based on what? It was meant to be a money borrowed for a business.
yes,
When you are doing a business, you hope they are customers
yes,
who have money in their pockets.
yeah,
Now you've borrowed, you've gone to the market, you found the customers cannot buy. Chapatis are perishable. Unless they want us to repay them using the chapatis that were not bought, then Kenyans can take back those chapatis. As repayment, they can take the chapatis then.
yes.
Kenyans are not refusing to pay Hustler Fund because they don't want to.
Yeah.
It's because the economy has been messed up. Those who borrowed and tried to do business are not getting customers. So Oparanya should stay true to the reason that informed him saying we should not pay. That reason still exists today. It has not changed. Mbadi should stay true to the reasons that informed him in making the statements he used to make before he became CS Treasury. That reason still exists today. One day should do the same.
Yes.
The reasons why I was rejecting Adani are still the reasons why Kenyans rejected Adani. And he has no business now saying Adani is good. Should be running our airports, should be running our energy sector. The reasons why Adani was bad when he was in the opposition are still the same reasons why Adani is bad today when he's the CS Energy. And this conmanship has to come to an end at some point. You cannot say one thing when you are with the people, then you are given a position and you turn around. In fact, my urge to Kenyans, me, number one, I can never join William Ruto's administration. Number two, the day we form government, if these things that I keep saying, keep them for record. If I change, don't even wait, come and stone me. Because I don't deserve to live. Because you're aspiring to an office to serve the people. It's not about you. If it's about you, stay in your home. Now you've gone, you've made commitments, then you dishonor those commitments. If it were me, I would invite Kenya and stone me.
But we also see now Gachagua with the people now going against the same principles.
Gachagua is not with the people because he believes in these things. We know what Gachagua believes in. We had seen them before. He is just here because here is where he finds accommodation. But we know what he believes in. Okay? And Kenyans need to vet leaders who say what they mean and do what they say. Not people who are just speaking platitudes to attract attention. Then when they are given some little crumbs. You saw some of people from Luo Nyanza trying to gaslight Jaluos that now we are in government and Kikuyus are opposition. So now we should be happy.
We have been in opposition
We have been in opposition for long. When were you in opposition? Siowalo was a minister here, CS here. Was he not a Luo? So you think now Wandai or Mbadi is more Luo than Owalo? Sirei Omola has been a PSA interior from before. Is he a lesser Luo than Wandai and Mbadi?
The likes of Omama were there.
Omama was there, Omagoa was there. So which Luos are you saying have been in opposition? Let's call out this bullshit. And ODM should stop misleading Kenyans on the Luo nation. Those ODM talking heads. If you're in government for yourself and your family, it seems. Don't drag an entire community. The problems that we are facing are not tribal. So don't tell us that Kikuyus are our enemies. How is a Kikuyu my enemy? How is a Kalenjin my enemy? When I see at Korom Festival, Kalenjins are shouting and stopping Chumba Murkomen from talking. When I see in Kikuyuni here, they have 7 members of the cabinet. They are speaking about the governance issues of this country. Now you want to gaslight Jalu that with the 2 CSS, that now everything is good. Those 2 SS are for you and your family. You don't care about it. Kenyans care about shift share, university funding model, UHC health workers. We care about the cost of living. We care about odious debt. We care about the dilapidating infrastructure. The bad economy. The inability to do business. It's not about that Yalu is a minister, now I should be happy. Or a Kikuyu is a minister, now Kikuyu should be happy. We don't care. And Luos needs to waken up and say no. This kind of nonsense that is spoken in some funerals and the public forums in Luo Nyanza, we should start telling these people, no, you're lying to us. You people are the same. You've been there since 2007, 2002. In one shape or another. You've been the same people walking from one office to another. At one time you're in government, you're in opposition, you come back, opposition, government,
Yes.
then you say Luos are not in government. Which Luos? There is no day Luos will be in government. Individuals.
Yeah.
But when a community or a people own a political cause,
Yes.
and they make a commitment on an ideology, policies that they want to be implemented, then they can be in government, and that government implements their policy. Since ODM experts joined Kenya Kwanza,
Yes.
tell me, have you seen a meeting called between ODM and Kenya Kwanza to harmonize their manifestos?
No.
But he just walked in and straight away he got to work.
The same day.
Same day.
Yes.
So which manifesto is he implementing? He tells you these people are all the same.
Yeah.
What they say during the campaign and what they do in office, they can, even right now, Uhuru will walk in with these people. They are all the same. He will. I've said this before and I'm repeating it.
Yeah.
You will see some Uhuru's associates being appointed to PSS and CSS. It will happen. Because this regime is sinking.
Yeah.
This regime is sinking. This is a sinking regime. This is a failing regime.
Yeah.
And the template they are following has been followed before. There's nothing new.
Yeah.
The first step is normally, when you see the revolutions,
Yes.
the first step normally is you become oppressive. First they start with Kifua.
Yeah.
Oh, threats. See, we saw that one this year.
Yes.
After Kifua, people go to demonstrate, you tone down.
Yes.
The wave is too heavy. You start killing.
Yes.
Abductions. Have you not seen it? The last stage normally is you want everybody to be in the room.
With you.
Yes. So you see Raila'S broad-based handshake, you see Uhuru's.
Yes.
Don't even be shocked if Gachagua is called back. He will be called back. Somewhere you'll see a handshake between Gachagua and Ruto.
Yes.
They all want to be in the room. And I urge Kenyans, let them continue be. Let them be.
Yes.
But anybody who means well for this nation should take the opposite.
Yeah.
When you see them walking into that room, all of them, take the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Because these ones are leaving. They are sinking. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to worry.
Yeah.
They are sinking. So we've seen that template used before. Even Assad, who was removed this week,
Yes.
did the same things. He did the same things, even worse than what has been done here.
Yeah.
See, he left. Every regime that is facing an onslaught from the people uses the same template of what you're seeing William Ruto using.
Yes.
So there's nothing new we are learning. He is now on the final phase of it.
Yeah.
It's Uhuru Kenyatta, next will be Gachagua. He will try again Kalonzo, another person. Let them all go together.
Yeah.
Then we can deal with the problems of those who decide that then they believe they are our slave lords and we are their slaves.
Yeah.
We can deal with them all once and for all. We create a new country, a new beginning. Huh? None of these people in the traditional politicians, you can tell me, can interact with AI. They want to make for you a vision for a country that they know they will not believe in. They don't live in.
Yes.
So they want to accumulate wealth for themselves.
Yeah.
It's not about you, the people of Kenya. As we believe that governance and leadership is about the people of Kenya.
Yeah.
In fact, in Safina, we don't call ourselves politicians. We call ourselves leaders.
Yeah.
Them, they are politicians.
Yeah.
We are leaders because we believe we are seeking for leadership. And when you lead, you are aspiring to that position to actualize what the people want, not what you want. So you make a commitment with them in the campaign.
Yeah.
And whatever you commit to is what you implement. So you are leading in implementing what the people have owned and given you a mandate in an election. But a politician is a liar. You will say this today, tomorrow he says this.
Yes.
This. There is no difference.
Yeah.
But he walks from ODM straight to Kenya Kwanza. No pause. No pause. Why? Those are the people you think will change your lives, other people.
Yes.
It's a waste of time.
So today, if the president walks in a press conference and nominates Willis Otieno as the Attorney General or as Cabinet
I will tell him not to mention my name carelessly like that. The name Willis Otieno is owned by the people of Kenya.
Yes.
And when I speak for the people that I interact with. I don't speak for myself.
And you can't take it?
Willis Otieno, the person, remained in Alego. This one speaking in Nairobi is a voice of the people. So if he's going to appoint all Kenyans Attorney General, then we'll all go and become.
Yes.
But for me, the people have told me only one thing. Ruto must go. If that is the conversation, I'm willing to participate in it.
Yeah.
But to go and serve him as Attorney General, to serve what? To go and oversee those legal Adani contracts in energy and JKI. To go and leave legal opinion to facilitate corruption. I can't. I'm better off staying here. I can read these books and get peace. I'm not going to give my legal opinion to facilitate corruption.
Yes.
No, I cannot.
Yeah.
And have peace of mind. You contribute positively to people's lives, not to be the one perpetuating pain in people's lives.
Yeah.
Those are curses. I don't want curses on my children and grandchildren.
Yeah.
I want blessings.
Wow. I wanted to talk to the fans and friends of the Piki Piki Ponki family and people who have always believed in Safina Party's ideologies and manifestos.
Team Piki Piki Ponki, Team Safina, we are growing.
Yes.
Let us keep the conversation. Our civic education is increasing. Even without doing much, you can see the hulabaloo and the many moves they keep making. It is because the people of Kenya are increasing the pressure. They are uncomfortable wherever they are sitting. We cannot release our foot from the pedal. We must continue to accelerate. Let us say all of it, itutoke. Sema yote, ikutoke.
Thank you so much, and have a blessed day. And to our people, our viewers, everybody who has been watching, we say a big thank you. Until next time, this is The Reality Kenya. May God bless you. Bye-bye.